guys, so I'm really excited. I've managed to get my hands on the Bperfect Polar Vortex highlighters. I've literally bought like the whole selection of them, which are like 6 colours. Let me just show you, they look absolutely stunning. So excited, and I'm going to literally just douse, like just chuck a load of it on my face and just literally bathe in highlighter today. I've done my foundation and my concealer, so I'm going to use some of them as like eyeshadows. I'm going to try potentially use them as like glowy bronzer and blushes, because there are some pinky shades in there and some bronzy shades. Before I get start putting stuff on my face, I'm just going to show you what packaging looks like. It is quite a bulky packaging, but then you get quite a lot of product in here. It's kind of like more of a baked product. So this one is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the name of it. There. It's a really nice like bronzy highlighter shade. If I do a swatch for you as well, it is literally just so smooth. Looks amazing. Next we have Ice Queen, which I have a funny feeling is going to be one of my favourites. It's this kind of champagne-y, silvery, golden shade. Looks so beautiful, and it literally just looks so glossy and wet when I put it on the skin. I don't know if you can tell. It just looks so nice. So I literally cannot wait to put that on my skin. I think that's maybe going to be one of my main highlighter shades. Next we've got Frosted, again one of my faves, and I think it's between this one and Ice Queen that I'm going to put on my cheeks. But it is this kind of frosted icy champagne shade, I would say, which is why they've named it pretty damn well, if you ask me. It literally just looks like right up my street, and it looks stunning. I mean, look at that. Lush. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait to put them on my cheeks. And then we've got, see, this is what I mean about the whole blush and bronzer thing, because this one is Snow Angel and it's more of like a pinky iridescent reflect, but I think this one's going to be more so of like a blush topper for me. I do have one that's similar to this from MAC, which I really love to use as a topper, so this is kind of going to be that sort of a shade. And this is it swatched. It's just literally one of my favourite things for makeup is highlighter, and it's just stunning. And then the next one is Atmosphere. Okay, this is probably the one that I maybe use as a blush, because it's kind of like a coral pinky toned highlighter. It's kind of like quite a deep colour, so it'd be amazing for you with like deeper skin tones, but I might try and give it a go as like a blushy highlighter kind of thing. Just literally look at that. That just looks like a coral blush that I would wear, to be fair. Like, that just looks so nice. And then the last one is kind of like more of an icy pink, and it's and the name is Pink Icicle. I didn't know that was the name of it before I just said that, but it literally, it looks like a marshmallow that's been foiled. It just looks, I don't know if you can tell too well. So pretty. That one there. Start off by just putting a little bit of a crease shade in my crease on my eyes. I'm just going to go in with I'm just going to go in with a bronzing colour that I've got from Too Faced, and it's just a Sweethearts bronzer. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in the crease, just to give it a little bit of dimension before I put the shimmers on. Literally one of my favourite bronzers, this too, so if you haven't checked this out, definitely take a look. Okay, so I'm just going to start off by going in with the pink Icicle shade, that really light pink shade, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. So pretty. Oh, it kind of reminds me a little bit of that colour from Makeup Geek, you know, the foiled, I think it was called Whimsical or something like that. It was like the frosted pink looking eyeshadow. I think this is the kind of vibe that I get from this. Actually really nice on the eyelid. I'm just going to take the darker shade of the pink, which is Snow Angel, just like this, and I'm just going to pack that more towards the outer corner. I think because they're so similar, it hasn't really shown up too much on the eyes. I'm going to pop that in the inner corners, I think. So I'm just going to take my little finger and push that. Oh, that looks so nice. I love that. That looks amazing. I mean, I don't know if it's showing too much on camera, but like in person, the reflect on that is just absolutely stunning. Oh, highly recommend that, even to just get it as like an inner corner highlight. That looks absolutely amazing. You can tell there, that's kind of like the pinky highlighter in the inner corner. It just looks, it literally just adds like a warm pink glow to the inner corner, and I don't know why, I just really love it. So I'm going to just add a little bit of bronzer to the lower lash line just to kind of finish that up. But the combo of these two kind of, they're so similar that I would say maybe just depending on your skin tone, go for the lighter or the darker shade. The light one is very light, so if you're kind of wanting a little bit more of a pinky pop to the colour, I would go for the darker one, which is Snow Angel. Okay, so I've just put some mascara on just to finish up the eyes. It's going to be like a very natural but glowy look, obviously. I'm just going to start off by attempting to use this more coppery bronzy shade as like an actual bronzer. This is the 32 degrees highlighter. Going to take a fluffy brush like this. Wow. I will say that has really smoothed out the cheek, and it actually looks like it's doing its job. I don't know if it's maybe too glowy for it to be on its own. Maybe it'd be better off if you used it just as a bronzer highlight to give like a really glowy summery beachy look. But I mean, it's definitely given like a bronzy glow. I actually quite like that. Am I just literally insane that I love highlighter that much that looks good to me, or I don't know, I just really love that. I think that looks quite nice. Okay, so next I'm going to be trying to use even more highlighter, Atmosphere, which was the corally peachy colour, and I'm just going to take that on my blush brush, which is just a little fluffy Real Techniques one, and I'm going to attempt to use this as a blush. Oh my. Okay, so it's official because I must have lost the plot, because I actually quite like the look of that as a blush. It's not too intense, it's just giving like a really nice peachy corally glow, which obviously you can't tell too much because of the bronzer. You can kind of tell through here. It just looks really nice and glowy, but also these, okay, something to note for these highlighters, they seem to really be smoothing out my skin. I don't know if it's because they're more of like a baked like formula, but they look really nice. So if you suffer with texture and stuff, maybe this might be quite a good one for you guys. See, like, I love that colour. If this bronzer bit wasn't here, that colour on its own with like a matte bronzer, oh, honestly to die for. I mean, I knew I was a bit of a weirdo for getting 6 highlighters that had like pinks and purples and everything in them, but I love this as a blush or as a blush topper. I think it looks so nice, and I think it's literally like the perfect thing for like a summery beachy look. I think it looks so nice. The final one that I'm going to be using, or the final two, I'm going to do one on each side. I am going to just put a little bit of powder on top of this to try and matte it down a little bit, because otherwise I don't think the highlighters will actually show too much. So give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, so this is it, completely powdered down and stuff, so it's a lot less glowy. So this is just to show you how nice the other 2 shades are. I'm going to put one on each cheek because they're quite similar shades, but I mean, I can't quite decide which one's my favourite yet. So I'm going to start out with Ice Queen, which is this shade here. Honestly, this looks very similar to my Illamasqua one. They look like they have the same sort of texture. I mean, they both look stunning, but I mean, they kind of give me the same sort of vibe of first thoughts. Like, I know this one's a little bit more finely milled just by looking and swatching it and stuff. So it gives you more of like a natural but dewy glow. Obviously, let's give this one a go. But yeah, they kind of look quite similar to each other. Something to keep in mind. Maybe if you like this one, it might be worth giving this one a go. So Ice Queen, I'm just going to put on this one here, on this cheek here. Oh, stop it. That looks so nice. I'm literally gobsmacked. That looks stunning. I'm obsessed. I'm actually obsessed. I love that. Mind blown. Mind blown. Okay, now second one, Frosted, which is this shade here. Kind of a little bit more of a goldeny, champagne-y colour. Put that on this cheek. I mean, can we see this? I mean, like, seriously, I'm gonna say I think that the shade Ice Queen is my favourite, because that is just in your face, and I'm a bit like that. I love that kind of highlighter. But this is just stunning too. Kind of just blends in a little bit more to the skin. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, like, for those of you that are beauty addicts and stuff, they've got 6 shades on there for the price of like, what, 2 Milk Cosmetics ones. If you're like me and you love to play and you love to use things for different reasons, like eyeshadow, inner corner, you know, bronzing, you know, toppers, blusher toppers, all this kind of stuff, I think that you should just go ahead and get them all. I mean, I'm a little bit insane, but I'm honestly in love with absolutely all of them. I think the only one that maybe I would say you could miss on is the really bright white pinky shade, which is Pink Icicle. But even then, I feel like as pops of colour on the eyes and in the inner corner, I think it just literally, I mean, look at that. Just look. Doesn't it say enough for itself? Like, I'm highly impressed by these. I mean, overall, I'm kind of like obsessed with them all. So, they do have blushes that they've just come out with as well, and I'm really tempted, really tempted. They kind of have a little bit of a discount at the moment, I think, as well. From what I saw, they were a little bit discounted in the sets and stuff, so maybe if you want to get them now. But yeah, I think the blushes are going to have to be mine too. Thank you for watching this video. If you purchase any of these highlighters, please let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.